Good morning, kidlets. I apologize. I am not there with you today. I've had a sick child this entire week, and it was my turn to stay home with him and help him to get better. I wanted to explain a couple of things as you guys are moving along in your train project. I'm sharing with you guys today the PowerPoint on how to make a decision matrix, how to create that. And I also wanted to remind you that I am so sorry, but I left out in your instructions that you do have to include dimensioned inventor drawings, not sketched, not multi-views that you draw yourself, but in Inventor, you need to do the drawings that give you the dimensions for each of your parts. I greatly apologize for that. If you look in the template of the PowerPoint, it's in there. The decision matrix is something that I'm sending you today as well, a template as well as the PowerPoint. And this is something that will help you compare different ideas that you have using a logical and quantitative method in order to decide what it is you want to do and what you want to build, what sort of design you want to have. So this is an example of a decision matrix based on some different materials. And you can see the criteria are all across the top. And then you would rank all of these things. So there's a ranking system here. You would rank in each of the columns and then give the total at the end. And then whatever has the highest total, that would be what you go with. So this is just a way to give a quantitative value to each of the different ideas and brainstorming categories that you have. So this is just a way to make a really logical and evidence and fact-based decision on what it is you guys are going to be building. So these are some sample criteria. It may not be those things. I do encourage you to use things that have a positive value. When you put things in here that where you mix up those values and like something being, uglier has a higher value than being prettier, and less ugly is what you're going for, it can just get kind of confusing. I apologize for the pixelation here, but here is just an example of one way you could put that in. This is a really simplified version, but you can see that there is a sketch here, quantitative value here, identifying why the tanker, in this case, received the highest value and why this particular team chose to go with it. So as I said last class, you should have gotten done with your Gantt chart last time. My plan for you today is to move along with that Gantt chart to be able to use that quantitative value of the decision matrix in order to design on your overall train design, and then to move forward with your inventor parts. You should have all of you started your parts today. So you will then have 3 solid work days, including today, to get this finished for us to present then on finals day. We can see that in this example here, there is the planned execution of this and then the reality. I'm not going to make you do that, but that is just a really cool way of documenting it. So I know for some of you, you're going to see that like this is better and you're going to do that. That's fine. It's okay if you don't, but realize that this is the accurate portrayal of what you do. This is what you planned initially. That may or may not happen. So here's another example of some of those inventor drawings. And you guys have already done this, so adding the inventor drawings once you already have the parts really shouldn't be that difficult because you're telling inventor how to dimension it, which you guys have already done a few times. And that allows me then to see each of the different parts that you built and their variations in complexity before I just look at your assembly of them all and then the exploded view. So in this case, these are some additional parts for that previous team, for their train. You can see that this one had some pretty complicated parts, and they made a parts list here. That's something you could do as well. And then they also put in some different views of their whole tank. I also wanted to show you another exploded view of someone's train. Yes, I'm doing a video of my computer. Don't hate. So in this case, they did a zoo car. Sorry, got a little crooked. So for today, your tasks are to complete your decision matrix. Come on, pen. So decision matrix. Begin building your parts. Be sure to ID who is doing what. And you can contact me if you have any questions. I am around all day and I'm available to help you guys. And I would refer back to your Gantt chart repeatedly so that you know who is doing what your timeline is, and you're consistently reminded of the time frame that you have. Make a plan over the weekend, guys, so you can get this done. There is no late with this at all, unfortunately. So have fun with this. This is your final project for IED, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great weekend.